what is your passion? Like, what gets you up in the morning? What makes you, going?
My passion is what gives me up money. To get money to feed myself and others, to take care of myself and others.
I don't have a passion.
Okay. So what do you think your passion is? Like, what gets you up? What gets you up in the morning? What gets you going? What's your passion in life?
God gives me that blessing every morning. Okay. Every time I wake up and open my eyes and I'm still breathing. Unfortunately, I'm like Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Every day is a blessing for me.
Yeah.
I've been through combat, 21 years worth in the Army. Every day I still cross God, and there's no such thing as an atheist in a foxhole. First time the round goes over your head, the first thing you say is, "Oh God, get me out of here."
What's your passion in life? What drives you to get up in the morning, and what drives you just to do what you do? There's a lot of people that say that their passion in life is to get money, get rich, or just to live life. But my passion in life is to live for the one on Jesus Christ. Is to do things for Christ by the word, everything by obeying this word, because that's passion.
Every single person has a passion for something. It doesn't matter where you live on this planet. Everybody has a passion, and you start to think, okay, if you find out your purpose in life, what is your passion? Sometimes your passion coincides with your purpose in life. And as far as I see it, especially with my generation, there seems to be a lack of passion, lack of zeal for God, for knowing God, for seeking after God. And that's a huge problem because, people seek after their own self. Again, I see it, especially my generation, we, so caught up in our image and what we look like, our career, education, money, all this stuff that, that God gives us, that God is the giver of life. He's given us all these things. And yet we seem to forget that, that we should have a passion to seek after him, the one who's given us all these things. And that's something that's missing, especially in America in today's times, a passion, a zeal to know God, to know the one true God.
My passion is him, work for him, die for him, do what I can for him. If I gotta do something extra for him, go out of my way for him, that's what it is. That can mean anything. That can mean helping some homeless person. That can mean helping out my brother, helping out my sister, helping out a lot of people, helping out family members, the church, helping out people of all sorts. It doesn't matter, as long as it proclaims Christ, and as long as it's continuing to proclaim Christ, I'm down for it.
That's why I'm so passionate, because God loves us, y'all. He loves us. He sent his son down to die on the cross for us so that we could be reconciled to him, and so that we can be filled, so that we can know God intimately. And not wander anymore on this earth, wondering what's our purpose in life, wondering, what can satisfy our longing desire. Only God can, So, you can search all you want, but you will never find anything that compares to God, that compares to a relationship with God, y'all.
We have people that are passionate about a lot of things that aren't of Christ. A lot of people passionate about money, a lot of people passionate about women, fast cars, living lives, education, things are of this world. And even people that are passionate about ministry but not passionate about doing the work of God. That's passion.
So what's your passion? Like, what gets you up in the morning? What's your passion?
My family, my kids.
Okay.
Yeah, I really believe that it's really about people and how you're constantly learning from each other. And so I just believe, like, to put a good example out no matter what, I mean, this is an example, but just stuff like that, Give everyone a chance, talk to everyone, what's it gonna do,
Okay. Teacher?
Yeah, I guess my purpose in life, like what wakes me up every day, is life itself, I guess. And just being alive and having fun and enjoying it.
Okay.
To do something with the time that you're given.
Okay. Well, it seems like our love and our passion sometimes can collide. If we're passionate about something, we're going to love doing that thing, whether it's, again, money or making a career out of yourself, education, all that. We sometimes meet our passion and our love. And with that, it's like, okay, so we can be passionate about things, but when it comes to God, it seems like to be a lack spirit. People say, oh, there's a God out there, but, I don't want to seek after him. I don't want to know, he's there, but I want to live my own life. That's a tragic thing, because.
So, Who are you passionate about? What is your drive? What gets you up in the morning? What gets you going? What gets your mind focused on a day? Who do you pray to? Who do you put your faith into? Do you put your faith in the economy, your parents, yourself, your house, your car? I mean, things of this world, I mean, things that really rely on you, especially the materialistic things, should not put your faith on. See, God doesn't rely on us. He allows us to go out and do his work. He chooses us to do his work for him.
Look at the book of Ecclesiastes in the Bible. You know, you look at the life of King Solomon, see the life that he lived. You know, the fact that he had pretty much everything, you know, at his fingertips. You know, he had his own houses, vineyards, he had gardens, parks, you know, he had his own pools. He had, they said that the herds and his flocks have never ever been seen in all Jerusalem, the amount that he had. You know, silver, gold, he had maid servants, you know, he had multiple women, multiple wives. You know, he had all these things. And you know, at the end of Ecclesiastes, he says something so important. You know, he says, after all this, you know, the end of the matter is this: to fear God and keep his commandments. You know, for this is the whole duty of man. And you just like think about that. You know, he had everything. You know, he had everything at his disposal. But you know, he comes to the conclusion, you know, towards the end of his life that all that means nothing. That all that stuff's gonna pass away. All that stuff is vain. And the whole duty of man is to serve God. You know, to keep his commandments. And that's what, you know, really hit hard for him. You know what I'm saying? So we just gotta do what God created us to do, which is to worship him. You know, there's a reason like we feel lacked in some area. You know, there's a reason that we feel like we need to go somewhere or do something, or, you know, search A, B, and C for something that we think that can fill us. You know, there's a reason that we have those desires and all that. And it's all to lead clues to the fact that God, you know, wants to intimately know us. You know, to for us to know that there's a creator, you know, and he wants an intimate relationship with us, you know. So we just got to do what God intended us for us to do, you know, to feel that satisfaction, feel that longing with God. You know, the book of James, you know, talks about how we're vapors, and the whole Bible talks about that mankind's a mere breath. You know, we're here one moment, then we're gone. And the life that we're here on this earth, you know, the little time that we have, whatever, 50, 60, 70, 80 years, or whatever, however long, you know what I'm saying, we're here. We got to understand that life is short. You know what I'm saying? We got one life. We got one shot at this thing called life. And how are you going to spend it? You know, how are you going to spend however long you have on this earth? What are you going to do with it? You know, God has given us, he has entrusted us with the life that is meant to do something, you know. And, you know, people are going outside their purpose. You know, people are searching hard, searching, you know, going throughout the earth to find out what their purpose in life is. And God, he wants to fill us with that purpose, you know. So really ask yourself this key question, you know, is your purpose in life bigger and greater than what God can offer you? You know, what God has, his design purpose, is it greater than what you have, you know?
That is the passion. The passion is to do the work. That's where your drive is. That's where my drive is, to do the work of Christ and to live for him, to die for him. And a lot of people out here that's saying that they are living for Christ, but they're not. They're not putting it all into it. They just saying it just to say it. They're not even living it. They're not even close to living it. And you'll find them in the pulpit. You'll find them on your committees, church committees. You'll find them as your friends. They'll find them inside the pews. You'll find them sitting next to you.
You know, so this is my lifelong desire to know God. You know, I'm gonna live for God on this earth. You know, I'm gonna die for God, because this is serious, y'all. You know, we play around so much with trying to fulfill our own desires and all these things. And there's nothing wrong if, you know, wanting to get your own job and do your own thing. But again, yo, if you don't have God, if you don't know God, you know, then knowing like you're gonna leave this earth one day, yo, why are you so passionate about things that's gonna pass away with not having the right relationship with God? You know, so these things we really gotta think about, because this is serious. You know, this is so serious. You know, we gotta have a good, solid understanding of God and us. You know, we need God. We need God to have these desires and these passions and, you know, these longings, like, and again, like only God can fill that.